I love the backstory of these guys bringing the environment with them. Have we any more of these dudes? Have we sprues and things we can have a look at?
We have indeed, if I may reach down over here.
Awesome. This has been the most exciting release in about 5 years for me. So
I have been that butthurt fanboy about losing my Warhammer fantasy battles for a long time. It was the most important game system for me. I miss it. But these...
What a beautiful book.
These guys have me excited for it again.
The art from Games Workshop these days is on point. What do you think, Dan?
Oh, just beautiful.
The Idoneth Deepkin have captured an aesthetic that is almost entirely Age of Sigmar.
Yeah.
Like when you think of Age of Sigmar now and exactly what the aesthetic and the look behind it all is, they've pretty much got this down to a T. And you kind of saw it a little bit with the sort of Kharadron overlords as well, but they had that almost unmistakable dwarf still quality to them, whereas the Idoneth Deepkin go a little bit beyond what elves are, which I think is very cool. So.
And what do you know about them, Ben? Have you any
well,
cool
I'm sure
things?
Sam can correct me on this anyway, but from what I've seen of the Idoneth Deepkin, they were some of the first elves ever created by Teclis within the new Immortal Realms. And when they came to life, they were still affected by the darkness from being within Slaaneshi's belly, and so their souls were always withered and nasty and horrible. And so Teclis tried so hard to get them to work and as a faction, but what happened was that they could never find peace with themselves, and so what they did is they retreated down to the depths of the oceans to try and hide from the world and contemplate what they should do next. As a race, they started to try and procreate and create new life and new elves to exist within the world of Age of Sigmar, but these children would always die when they were very young because their souls would wither and die. And so now the Idoneth Deepkin have realized that the way that they can create their race and become great again is to go and steal the souls of other creatures and put them into their own bodies. So they started off doing this with sea creatures, but the sea creatures weren't powerful enough. And so now what they do is, as Sam was saying earlier, is they raid onto the shores and take their great armies with them, and they capture people, drag them back down into the depths, tear their souls from their bodies and put them into their new elven forms. So yeah, they're not very nice.
They're not nice, but they're not straight up evil either. They're not chaos. They're not forces of destruction.
Yeah, they're still order, and it's almost a sense of the idea that the other sort of more resplendent forces of order tolerate them being there because of their birthright and the fact that they're born from Teclis and his magics and stuff. It's a little bit like what we saw with the Daughters of Cain. They're horrible, horrible people, murderous, horrible people, but they're still fighting on the side of order because they are all working against the forces of destruction and chaos that still reign out there in the world. So
right. Well, firstly, I want to show you some eel riders because we still have some sprue bits to look at.
Acalian Guard.
The Acalian Guard.
Now, the Acalian. There are three main strata in the Deepkin society. There are the Namati Thralls, who we do have here, who are the ones who need the souls to survive.
Yeah.
Then the upper echelons, like the Acalian and the Isharan, who were born with fully functioning souls.
Yes.
I will say, on that particular sprue, Warren, the eel body is cast in a single component.
I'm just looking at that,
Because normally you would see that as two components.
Yeah, it's an excellent piece of kit.
Nice bit of design there.
Look at all the added extras that are available on that.
Can this box build different units?
Yes, it can be built as two different variants. I'll just steal the book over here to find out what their names are.
Well, actually, we can find out because they'll be on the back of this.
Yeah.
So there's the Lokian Prince.
A Lokian Prince is like their unit champion.
Alright, so there's the Elf Riding Warrior Nobility. And
that's all of them.
An Archean Morsar Guard.
Here we are. Yeah, the Morsar Guard, which is what that guy I've built
with the big
there.
crest on his head.
Yeah, he's one of the Morsar Guard. And then there's the Ishlayan Guard.
Yeah,
who look a bit more dark elf sort of style.
I tell you what, that range is so collectible.
I love it. I don't even play Age of Sigmar. I want to collect this range. I love the models.
So you have your two options here actually. So
one of the cool things about these guys, I think the Morsar Guard actually have a bit of range to them.
Guard.
They use the natural electricity their eel give.
The instructions are superb in this. What a really, really great piece of work that is.
That's one thing I've noticed. Games Workshop, again, with their 3D design and stuff, their instructions are really easy to follow.
Yeah. Okay, so that's one set.
Then these are the Namarti.
The Namarti Thralls.
Who are the basic foot soldiers of the Idoneth.
Let's see if we can get a bit closer on that there.
So these are the ones who were born with withered souls and needed to be fueled by some at their birth.
Right, let's get them out to see.
If we can.
Okay, there we go. So let's have a browse around the sprue on this. Oh heck. The detail on these is incredible again.
Games Workshop have always done technically flawless kits, but these have a certain charm to them that I'm really, really digging. Even on the eel body, seeing the little wrinkles in the skin.
Yeah.
Is a really, really nice, just little extra touch of detail that the sculptor has put in there.
Very well detailed.
So we've got some more torsos here, weapon arms. There seems to be quite a lot of selection on the weapon arms there, you can see. Well, loads of lovely, beautiful spikes and lovely kind of swishes and turns on the sculpts of the weapons. They're so stylish.
If these are your mainline troops, you're going to expect that versatility of weapons.
Really, really beautiful. We'll have a quick look at the book that came with it.
Yeah.
To give you a feel for what you get in there.
There are actually two variants of Namarti, not in that set.
Yeah.
The other one, which I believe are the Reavers, were they released this weekend, Ben?
Yes, they're coming to pre-order this weekend. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, but we'll go into that in a little bit when we look at some of the new releases and things. So.
Yeah. So yeah, last of the previous ones we've got here, we have the Eidolon of Matlan.
Okay. So this. Just have a look at him.
I just found out while I was sitting there with it that that's actually a sleeve, and here we have a box.
This model blew me away when we looked at it a couple of weeks back. Just look at that.
Yeah, do you want to take this one? Yeah. It's got the two variants.
So here we've...
There's the Eidolon of Matlan in the aspect of the storm. And on the back, the aspect of the sea. Which is the one Justin was building earlier.
No, Justin, you built this, didn't you?
There's no point opening the box. It's all off the sprues.
Well, I just want to have a quick look and see what was in it. So there was basically a big sprue and a little sprue.
Yeah,
and a full color assembly instructions, guys. It's like, oh my word.
Tell you what, the build for this took me about 45 minutes.
45 minutes to build it?
Yeah. Now, I wasn't being incredibly careful. I'm sure there's some people that would go over every single mold line, but I didn't really see all that many.
Yeah.
Everything is designed to be monoposed on it, and it gives you a really dynamic finish.
Would you field more than one of these guys?
No, I think you only field the one. Yeah. I do like the backstory for these guys, because it captures some of the tragedy of this race. Matlan was the elf god of the sea in the world that was, the old Warhammer world.
Yeah.
Until all the elf gods were killed by Slaanesh. And Teclis taught the new elves about those old gods. So the Eidolon of Matlan is actually them summoning an aspect of Matlan by using all of their racial memories of him. It's basically their memories of a dead god made manifest.
The sense of motion they've captured in that water effect.
It's not water effect. I'm just sitting there looking at that going, you can hardly see. It's you don't notice the joins.
Yeah, they've made a maze of it so that it looks like it's just hanging in midair.
It's just very incredible skill used there. It's so beautiful.
That, and it's quite solid on the base, which was something I was worried about when I first saw this.
Yeah.
With there being such fine connection points, he's quite solid.
No, there's no issue there. It gets a little bit, you'll want to make sure you've got some good battle foam or something for this.
Yeah.
Because, it's...
The delicate bits are
there. It is going to be
hard
delicate.
Plastic, so
but I tell you what, everything in Age of Sigmar is really delicate these days. There's so many fine bits just hanging off.
Yeah, but that seems to be the style at the minute. The sculptors these days seem to be doing that. They like having the finer details now that they can pull it off.
That range is extraordinary. Hands down, extraordinary. Whether you play the game or not, As I've said before, the collectability of that particular range. I want to see the guy on the turtle.
I'm waiting for. I'm determined to buy that when it comes out.
What I'm waiting for is to see the Golden Demon painters whenever they get their hands on this. They are going to make this model. I mean, it's already gorgeous, but they're going to make it absolutely shine.
Yeah, it's going to be incredible. Okay, right.
Wait, there's more.
There's more.
Ben.
Yeah, so obviously we were just talking a little bit about what the stuff that's been coming out recently, and obviously what's coming out this weekend is actually some new characters. So what you're going to be able to pick up from Games Workshop this weekend is a dual kit again, which allows you to create either a special character, so Volturnus High King of the Depths, he's the big main character that you'll be using in your forces, or you can use him to make an Actelian King instead. So
that one.
For someone. Yes. Yeah, that's a little bit slightly not a special character, so not someone independent. This is somebody that could be used multiple times throughout your force. You've got the options for it there as well.
Yeah, I want the second
and then also what Sam was saying about the Namati is that you've also got the Namati Reavers, so you've now got the ranged option for your force there as well as the melee one going on as well. So yeah, some very cool stuff that's coming out from Games Workshop, and obviously I'm pretty sure that next week's going to be Turtles.
So
we shall see.
please send me some turtles.
On the Namati, I love the fact that they've actually sculpted some with arrows, some without.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing I always find missing in some ranges is whenever you have a bowman with the arm back, but there's no arrow there.
Show me, bring it up there just to see.
So you see you've got this guy here. Has his bow and arrow, arms back.
Yeah.
The other one without. So this one looks like he's fired.
Yeah.
This one looks like he's about to fire.
Yeah.
So it's a nice.
Do you know what I think is extraordinary about those models? The faces.
Yeah.
The faces are absolutely
very
wonderful.
Otherworldly.
Aren't they great? You know, as elf models go, they are just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Right, we have another guest.
Yes.
You're having a sit down with Chris from Darker Days Radio.
Of course, to find out what the hell he's been up to recently.
Right, let's see what Darker Days Radio is up to.